I think the internet, the client's working now. I can't mute the mic, and I can't change the noise suppression. Otherwise, that causes the mic to stop working completely, and I have to restart the client. They changed something. I didn't really want to update, but they forced it, and I can kind of see why they forced it because it's doing stuff like this. And I mean, for me, I'm a very small streamer. It's just an inconvenience to me, but they don't want people that are like super professional. I mean, I'm pretty much a professional channel too. I make money, I upload every day, and I work with developers and stuff. But I mean, like big productions that use XSplit, they don't want that to be happening on a stream that has like 50,000 viewers. So unfortunately, little guys like me are kind of the guinea pig. The live version of XSplit does not have noise suppression. I might just go back to the old XSplit. I'm thinking about just doing that because this is starting to really annoy me. I'm really lucky that I didn't say anything personal in that phone call. That would have really screwed things up for me. I mean, realistically, I only had like four people watching. I know all four of you would not try to like screw up my life or something, but just as a content creator precaution, you have to like always mute your mic when you get a phone call and stuff. I have a lifetime license to XSplit. I don't like using OBS. I know a lot of the smaller channels like OBS, and OBS is nice because it's open source, but I like XSplit. I've been using XSplit for like about 10 years now, actually, 9, 10 years. So I haven't really seen a reason to transition. So this is definitely the buggiest um, test client they've ever dropped, really. I've never had it just straight up just refuse to use the mic anymore. If I touch any settings at all, it just mutes it completely. And the only way it can be fixed is by restarting. So yeah, until I go back to 4.2 or whatever the previous version is, I can't touch the mic controls at all. Well, I got some money from my mommy, so let me see if I can grab something on Honkai. Let's see what they've got. Mom sent me a little bit of money. Let me see if let me check Steam right now. Maybe there's something that came out. I think that's why they forced the update because they know shit like that is happening and that would be pretty unacceptable. Like the mic just stops working and forces them to restart and they have like sponsors watching their streams and stuff. They have to restart it, which always makes you lose like tons of viewers. Or they're saying something private while the mic is muted and they push the hotkey and the mic doesn't actually mute and people hear everything. That's the kind of shit that they're trying to prevent. It doesn't really affect me much, just a nuisance. Wow, this looks really rough. Yeah, that looks terrible. No thanks. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to be on for long. The real birthday thing will be I don't know, probably around 2 or 3 PST. My neighbors are doing something for me at noon. So however long that lasts, I'm supposed to play with a friend who's been missing in action for a while. So I don't know if that's happening. After all that's done, I'll be available. Wow, this looks terrible too. Props for trying, but why would I buy that over like Fight and Rage? I've had two really good beat 'em ups in the past like 3 years. Now everything is going to be compared to that, which sucks for the little guy. But I'm personally tired of playing beat 'em ups that are just punch and jump. I'm really tired of games like that. That shit was cool like 30 years ago. It doesn't really fly anymore, at least not for me. You need to do something more than that for me to really care. Well, there's like nothing good on sale, is there? There's like nothing. Hey, check GG deals. Good game deals. What do they got? Kind of don't want to spend it on Honkai because I'm like nowhere near pity, so very high chance of getting nothing. I wanted to see if there's something else before I do something like that. Actually, how close would it get me to pity? Because I think once you get past 50 attempts, it's like a 50% chance. It would get me pretty close, but oh, I know what I'll do instead. I'm gonna do Tales of the Rays instead because that deal expires. That makes more sense. Sorry you guys can't see it. I don't have direct feed on my phone. The uh, only direct feed I have on my phone is through the Chromecast, and it has a ton of latency. This phone is pretty nice, but Google Google stopped doing HDMI out in their infinite greed. They don't make enough money. Sucks for me. I'm sure the next phone I get, whenever that will be, I'll look for one with HDMI out. But right now, all I have is the Chromecast, and it's incredibly laggy. It's not really stable. It can't really be relied on. I'll be right back. I forgot these are coming out. I never really played this game for more than like 20 minutes. I think mods for these are going to be really cool. This is going to be great for the Kingdom Hearts community. I've never been big on Kingdom Hearts. Probably because I was already like, what, like 16 when the first one came out. I definitely wasn't a kid. I was closer to an adult at that point. A lot of the Kingdom Hearts community, they were like in like middle school or elementary school when those games came out. That was quite a bit older. I don't like the combat that much, but these guys add like literal entire new characters and shit. I think it'll be worth buying even if you didn't like the base Kingdom Hearts 3 because they're gonna add a ton of shit to it. I don't know how much they're going to be able to do to the old games, but I know that Kingdom Hearts 3 is just another Unreal Engine 4 game, so they're going to be able to rip that shit apart really quickly. Probably going to be able to play as CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas within like the first 2 hours of release. It's really easy to do stuff like model swaps and things. They've had to. I know that they play randomizers. There's a Kingdom Hearts 2 1 and 2 randomizer, I think, and they're stuck playing on emulator, which is rough for a couple of reasons. One of course is the PS2 emulation still not that great, and the other is that the PS2 versions of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were 30 FPS locked. The only one that runs at 60 is the PS4 version. So they have half the frame rate, and then it's a lot less accessible because you need to have a decent computer and need to know how to set up the emulator and stuff. That's gonna be pretty exciting. I might grab that at the end of the month. I know that the last patch they did when they put out the DLC supposedly made the combat like way better, but I'm not really well versed. I'm not an expert in Kingdom Hearts, so I don't know exactly how much they changed. It's looking like I might just spend on Honkai because I've been playing that quite a bit. It's looking like that's just what I'm gonna do. There's not really anything I'm really looking for right now. I wanted to play Grand Blue Fantasy Versus for the single player mode, but that game is like never on sale and it's got like $80 of DLC. That's always really held me off getting that game. I heard competitively it's really not that great. It's very dumbed down. They're one of their misguided attempts at accessibility, and then the netcode's bad too. So even if they had nailed that, like Battle for the Grid did, it's still garbage netcode. The only reason I'd really buy it is to mess around with the single player stuff, but I don't know. It's just the barrier of entry is too high. The game is it's been out for like a year, and it's still like max discounts like 20 or 30%, and then they have like a metric ass ton of DLC. It's really hard to buy fighting games. I think that's one thing they need to do more is like discount the DLC. Some games are doing that. I know Dragon Ball Fighters does that a lot. They'll put the game at like 10 bucks, and then they'll put like the season passes at like half off. So you can get the base game, which is like basically nothing at this point. The DLC like I think like tripled the roster, something like that. I think I like doubled it. I think. And then you can get everything for like the price of like the full price normally. But some fighting games don't do that. Grand Blue does not do that. Soul Calibur does it too. Yep, it's $60 right now. Yeah, it actually does have like almost $70 of DLC. Fuck. Is the Soul Calibur stuff on sale? Maybe I can grab that. Don't want to go on some shady key site. I want to get it off an actual reputable site. Nah. I'm thinking it's going to be Honkai, folks. There's nothing else to really get. Let me switch over here. I have to do the purchase on the phone. You guys have any suggestions before I do this? Because there's like, I can't think of anything else. Everything I'm interested in has a very vague release date. Gunvolt 3 is not till next year. And Bushido, no release date. Um, Pretty much everything, really. The new Genesis beta is going on right now, but I didn't sign up on my Japanese account. I've had too many things I've been juggling. I don't see any reason to not spend on Honkai because I've been playing that pretty much every day. I'm looking at the coming soon on Switch, and it's just like a barren wasteland. How about no? I don't want to play that game. I don't need a depression porn story. I'm already very depressed. I hear that game is just like nothing but depression and looking at 2B's ass and boobs. I'm not really interested in either. The game doesn't really have anything to offer to me. I know that it's a great game, but I'm definitely not the target audience. I tend to avoid stories about just overly depressing things because I'm already clinically depressed. I don't need to be consuming media like that. There's better things I can be doing. I get that it's a very well crafted game, but the combat's really nothing special, and then it's just a depressing story because everything Yoko Taro does is like morbidly depressing. I get that there's an audience for that, but I'm not it. It's not my kind of thing at all. I don't really think I would have fun playing that game. It is on Game Pass. If I ever did try it, it would be on Game Pass. It's not something I'd spend money on. Oh, it's not your fault. It's just I have pretty good reasons to not play that guy's games. There's only so much edge in just depression porn I can take when I'm already clinically depressed in real life. I don't need to be messing with that stuff. It's what I liked about Assault Spy. Assault Spy didn't take itself seriously. It's not a depressing story at all. You didn't really have to watch the cutscenes to enjoy it, but it's a very light-hearted game. Like, if I wanted character action, I would just play that again. Yeah, I've had people recommend that game to me countless times, and I always just tell them what I said just now. It's not something I really need to be playing. I know the first one was really depressing too. You had to like delete your save or something. Like, what the hell? Yeah, not my thing. That's pretty much what that guy's known for, though. It's just making morbidly depressing games. It's like, yes, they have a message, but if you're already depressed, I think there's better things you could be doing with your time and money. Play something that doesn't make you feel that depressed. Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Isn't that like some licensed anime game? No, I have not played that. I don't even. Let me look that up right now. What is this? Is this just like the another? Oh, it's a mobile game and it's like turn-based combat. Fuck that. I hate turn-based combat. It's boring. Turn-based combat is dreadfully boring. Fuck that, man. No thanks. I really don't play that many mobile games. I'm only like actively playing two right now. I play Honkai and I play KOF. And even KOF, I'm like really not playing much right now. Realistically, KOF is going to get dropped pretty hard when Pinnacle of Combat comes out next week. Pretty telling that March is like, I think with like service games, that's like one of their biggest months. A lot of the games have like massive updates right now. Like PSO2's got the new Genesis beta going on right now, and then what's it called? Genshin Impact just updated. And then like KOF All Star, there's like literally nothing happening in that game right now. It's just like they kind of have a Groundhog Day thing going on. I think that game will get dropped pretty hard once Pinnacle of Combat comes out. Tales of the Rays I play on the side, but the thing I don't like about Tales of the Rays is it's not the language barrier. There's really not much in there I can't read or just get by. It's the fact that it's played with the touchscreen. It doesn't feel as responsive as a real Tales game. That's kind of why I stopped myself from spending money on that right now. It's like, I don't really think I'd do much with it. I played Genshin Impact. No, I have no interest in that game. I have like literal negative interest in that game. First off, it's open world and it has stamina to run, and the combat is like everybody has like two moves. It's not really my kind of game. Honkai, I mean the move sets depend on the characters. They kind of have like a Dynasty Warrior 7 type thing going on in Honkai. The characters they've added recently have like way more mechanics than the ones that don't. Like the earlier ones are very boring to play. Yeah, I get asked to play that game a lot too, and I have like no interest whatsoever. I'm not really looking to pick up another service game right now anyway. I'm pretty good with Honkai and then Tales of the Rays when I'm at my kitty sitting job, and KOF over there as well. I'm not really playing a whole lot else. Any upcoming games? Yeah, Gunvolt 3, Bushiden, Flynn's Son of Crimson, uh, Dragon Blazers, Streets of Rage 4 DLC, Metallic Child, Raspberry Mash. The problem is like all the stuff I'm interested in has no release date, so I can't really plan around it. Scarlet Nexus looks decent. I haven't watched the new trailer for that yet, but that looks like something I would probably play. Other than that, there's not really much. Gunvolt 3 is not till next year. Bushiden has no release date. That's kind of why I'm rotating in service games into like what I'm playing right now, because there's just everything I'm interested in has a very vague release date, and as a content creator, I can't plan around. I can't plan around like spring 2021. I can say that I'm playing it, but who knows when the hell that is. That could be as soon as like May, or as late as like August. That was the PS4 Kamen Rider game. Not worth full price. Let's put it that way. Not worth full price at all. Oh yeah, the Ninja Turtles game too, but the Ninja Turtles game, I have concerns that it's just going to be attack and jump and dive kick, which is not what I want. There's been a lot of beat 'em ups coming out like that lately, and I just question why. Yeah, they when they announced the Ninja Turtles game, they said that they're still doing Streets of Rage 4 DLC. I feel like they should not have said that because they have nothing to show. There's no like trailer or anything. It basically just confirmed that it's happening again, but we don't know anything else about it besides that. It's pretty obvious who the characters are going to be, though. It's going to be Shiva, Max, and Estelle. They already have like sprites in the game. I don't think they need that many more frames of animation. That's probably what they're going to end up doing. Actually, no, they are not making the Ninja Turtles game. That's done by Tribute Games. It's my other concern about that game too. Is Tribute Games? Their games have like beautiful pixel art, but the gameplay is like really not that good. I wouldn't call their games all style, no substance. It's just if you want pixel art, retro inspired games, there's a lot better than what they have. The last one they put out looked dreadfully slow. I was kind of interested in it at first, but I saw some people playing it and looked very didn't look like it had any kind of flow to it. Wasn't my kind of platformer. I like really fast-paced, responsive platformers. That's why I like stuff like 30XX and Gunvolt and stuff. Hero Kantare. No, what is that? If it's turn-based, then no. I can't stand turn-based combat. Turn-based combat is fucking boring. I'm tired of it. It's old and boring and slow. Worst part about it is a lot of it's not even good turn-based combat. I feel like Digital Devil Saga and like Nocturne and stuff, they really evolved turn-based combat, but then like almost everything else that's come out since has just been like Dragon Quest, where it's just like the same thing they were doing like 35 years ago. It's interesting with how simple it is to make turn-based combat. A lot of them still miss the mark. They don't have like any interesting mechanics or anything. It's literally just attack, get hit, and heal, and occasionally like hit a weakness or something. A lot of them don't have cool stuff like the press turn system. Tales of Crestoria is a perfect example. That game doesn't even. First off, it's a Tales game with turn-based combat, which is fucking blasphemy. What the hell is a webtoon game? I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't have enough money to get the thing on Honkai. Alright, I'm not doing that then. I must be short a few bucks. I'll do that later. I must be short like $4 or something. That's fine. Just don't think there's anything to buy tonight. There's no good games out right now. Probably wouldn't have gotten the character anyway. I'm not really sweating it. doesn't like my controller. That's weird. Well, if it's turn-based combat, I don't care. I can't stand turn-based combat. It's boring. Not interested at all if it's turn-based. I don't want to say turn-based combat should be left in the 80s, but I'm definitely tired of it. It's always been boring to me. Controls are messed up. Will I be playing Samurai Warriors 5? Yes. Yes, I will. No, I don't have a lot of confidence in that game being good. Yes, I will be playing that game. I'll be the guinea pig as always. Although if it runs like shit on the base PS4, I'm not going to import it. I'm just going to wait for it to be on PC. Not buying another Age of Calamity. I regret buying that game. The frame rate was dreadful. It's a waste of money. Still doesn't run at 60 FPS on emulator either, so I can't rip my legal copy and just play that. That was the plan. Seems like there's been no progress in that front, which is weird. People ask about it like every day in their Discord. Like nothing's being done. Kind of strange. DLC's coming out for that game, and I just don't even care. It runs like garbage. Any redeeming qualities that game has is ruined by the frame rate. Yeah, it's going to be on everything, but the international release is going to be like a month later. I might import that game, but I'm partnered with Koei Tecmo, so pretty much guaranteed to get a key. Depends on how that gameplay is. They haven't shown any gameplay at all. They're doing that marketing thing where they have like an action game and they just showed nothing but cutscenes. It's like, show me the actual video game. Not the movie inside the video game. Show me what I'm actually going to be sitting down and playing. The marketing is really annoying me. They're doing the same thing with Tales of Arise as well. Big Tales of Festival stream. After radio silence on that game for like over a year, they come back with more cutscenes. It's like, okay, are you trying to sell me a movie or a video game? Because it sure as hell seems like they're trying to sell us a movie. Not really inclined to care about the story when the game still doesn't even have a release date, and you haven't shown more than like 3 seconds of gameplay in like 2 years. At least Samurai Warriors 5 is not doing that. That's in like 4 days, I think. The first gameplay stream. Hopefully it's better than what that article said. The article didn't really instill a lot of confidence in me. Doing that a lot with games now, though. Like, they announced that game from the Final Fantasy 15 team, and the trailer was like 2.5 minutes long, and like 20 seconds of it was gameplay. It's like, look, I know it's a new IP, but you need to show me the actual game. I think you need to do that even more with a new IP, because you don't have like brand recognition to go off of. You know, you can get away with that with like Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty is going to be clicking on heads with different kinds of guns every year. They can get away with just showing like a logo for that, or like a story trailer or something. But when you have like a new IP, you should show the actual game, what people are going to be buying. This is Fight and Rage. I've made like 1,000,000 videos on this game, just go watch those. I have a whole playlist for this game on the channel. Just go look at my playlists. They covered literally everything in this game, all the moves, how the gameplay works. Oops. Yes, it is for Steam. Actually, it's for all modern consoles right now. It's for Steam, PS4, Switch, and Xbox. So, all the modern ways you can play the Vidya, it's available. There aren't really that many differences between the versions either. I think I'm just gonna play story mode. The only advantages to playing this on PC is 144 FPS, which is admittedly very nice, and Parsec. Parsec for playing online. This game doesn't have native netplay, so if that's your thing, you want to get it on PC. Otherwise, it's the same on every platform. If you don't care about netplay, the only thing that this offers over the other version is sprite mods and 144 FPS, which is admittedly pretty nice. What do I think about the new TMNT? Cautiously optimistic, I guess could be the word for it. Because I don't want it to fall into the trappings of an old Ninja Turtles game, which is just attack, jump, and dive kick. Beat-em-ups like that these days really don't hold my interest. I need something like this, which is more technical and deep. I don't want to play the same shit I played like 30 years ago. I don't know, what little they showed didn't instill a lot of confidence in me. If they can deliver something that's not just Turtles in Time with better graphics and on modern platforms. But the trailer for that was like 80% cutscenes too. They only showed like 20 seconds of gameplay. I'm getting really tired of that shit. Are you selling me a movie, or are you selling me a video game? Like, make your damn mind up. Like, show me what I'm actually going to be doing. I mean, it's a beat-em-up. I'm obviously not going to be watching, like, 30 hours of cutscenes. It's going to be, like, 95% gameplay. Show me the gameplay. Can't believe Tales of Arise came back after like a year of nothing, but just more cutscenes. It's like, why don't you just make a movie? think it says a lot that they announced a Life is Strange game this morning on the Square stream, and that had more gameplay than both Ninja Turtles, the new Ninja Turtles game, and Tales of Arise in the, like, last month. Which is ironic because Life is Strange is not really a gameplay game. It's basically just like an adventure kind of game where you can make choices and stuff. That trailer was like all gameplay. And then like her freaking beat 'em up has like 10 seconds of gameplay. What sense does that make? Why does Life is Strange announcement trailer have like more gameplay than a beat 'em up? Or a JRPG that got announced like over 2 years ago. And this had like a total of like 5 seconds of gameplay. It really bothers me how they market games these days. It's like they want to draw out the marketing cycle, but people lose interest if you're not showing them like what they're actually buying. That's a huge complaint with Tales of Arise right now. How long they were completely radio silent and they come back with more cutscenes. This game is better balanced than Final Fight LNS by a large margin. It's arcade length too. Final Fight LNS is not arcade length. That game is way too long. You get a lot of extends too if you play well. The scoring system actually directly influences how many extends you get, which I think is really cool. Once you see this game, you can get to the last level with like 9 lives. And if you're pretty good at getting crush bonuses. There's more on Ninja Turtles? Like, what, have they actually talked about the gameplay? I seriously just skipped past the animated part, and I'm like, just show me the game. I'm at that point in my gaming career, like, I don't need a CG, fully animated trailer. Show me the game. Show me the logo and the game. That will get me interested. CG cutscenes and stuff that aren't even using the in-game engine. don't get me to buy video games. And I learned that the hard way when I bought Devil May Cry 2. I bought that game. I bought that game because I was an impressionable teenager at the time, and I saw Dante jumping off the building stylishly, and I'm like, wow, I need to get that game. I saved up my allowance for it, pre-ordered it, and bought it, and it was a piece of shit. And lo and behold, what was that game? They didn't show any damn gameplay. So I'm very glad that Devil May Cry 2 exists because it taught me to not fall for that shit anymore. You're going to announce a game and it's like some CG like little short that they probably spent like $50 million to make. I don't care. Show me in-engine gameplay, like what I'm actually going to be doing when I install the game on whatever platform it's on. At least with Samurai Warriors 5, they can't do that because they have like what, like 4 months to market it. They don't have time to dick around with gameplay. Dick around with not showing gameplay. Supposedly the gameplay stream is supposed to be on the 23rd. Well, the 24th, but the 23rd our time in America. I don't know if I'll stay up for that. I don't know what time it's going to be at, but supposedly they're going to show the actual video game there and not more cutscenes. So we'll see. I read about the mechanics, but it's really hard to piece together how it works without actually seeing how it works in engine. The problem is that people are already worried there's clones, which I find hilarious. Are they really gonna have clones in like a reboot of Samurai Warriors? People are thinking because they've revealed some of the weapons and they're the same that they're gonna have clone movesets again. That would be a really bad look for the Musou genre if they cut the roster in half and then they still have clones. I don't think it would bother me that much if the combat was good, but the average person playing is not going to take that shit because we haven't had many Musou games lately at all. The last big one we had, like, pretty much everybody was a clone. And all the movesets were incredibly homogenized. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the people that are calling Doomsday about having clones are wrong, but it would not surprise me if it was true. Maybe they're just hoping that people will like the new character designs and they won't care that there's clones. But boy are they wrong. It's one thing the Musou fandom hates is clones. I feel like if they're gonna have clones, they should have cut more characters. Put it down to like 20. Said it's gonna have 27 characters. So if they can't even come up with 27 unique movesets, I think that's pretty concerning. Who knows though? It's all just speculation at this point. They haven't shown enough gameplay. It wouldn't surprise me if that was true though, and they're trying to reel people in with the fancy designs and stuff and the graphics, but then the actual game is going to be just more clones. The fact that they don't have everybody in there will help. It'll help soften the blow if that happens, but people are still going to be pissed off because we just came hot off Dynasty Warriors 9, which like still had a lot of movesets in the game, but a lot of the fan favorites and stuff had shit movesets. They didn't really start getting creative with the combat engine until the DLC weapons came out. A lot of people were long gone at that point. Alright, guys, well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. Um, let's see, the plan for today is I'm supposed to go to my neighbor's house at noon. Um, I'm sure my grandma's gonna call. Uh, I'm supposed to be playing games with a friend, but said friend has been MIA, busy with other stuff. I don't know if that's happening. After all that, I'll be on. I'll try to get that giveaway list ready. I just haven't had time to sit down and do it. But basically, it's all just Humble Bundle stuff. So, if there's any Humble Bundle games that you like in the past like year or so, because I did one last year. Um, any of those games you'd like, you can ask me. I gave in real life friends and close internet friends first dibs. If you want anything from like the past year, you can just go look it up. You can hit me up on my Discord, and I'll just give it to you. I don't make people like donate to me or anything. Just like if you're interested, you want a game, then yeah, there you go. I'm gonna get some rest. Also, GM Custom streaming the new Genesis beta right now. I kind of want to watch that before I go to bed, so I'm gonna stop streaming tonight. Let me go ahead and host him. If you guys are not in the Discord already, let me pull that up too. There you go. I'm gonna watch GM Custom play New Genesis, and I might be on before I go over there. It depends on when I wake up. I need to see when I wake up. But yeah, there will be a full birthday stream of a lot of cool shit. Be playing a wide variety of games. Be playing some stuff on Switch too, most likely. Switch and PC. And then with birthday money, I'm probably gonna get some other stuff too. So we'll check that out as well. I'm gonna go ahead and host him. Let me post his link. It's pretty relevant as you guys watch my service game stuff. He's a PSO2 veteran like I am. Go ahead and watch him. I'll catch you guys later.